Hey Sabers! Hope you're doing well. As you can tell, I'm not in the Nether this week. I'm not. Quite the contrary, actually. It's blue, sun is shining, it was just raining, there's lots of snow on the mountain, there's water everywhere. It's fantastic, life is good. Um, this is my survival world. The one that I created a couple weeks ago just because I was doing the Nether survival challenge and I just wanted a world to go play on outside of that. And I wanted to upload a video for that today. I wasn't totally feeling up for the Nether survival challenge. It was just kind of getting a little stressful for me. So hopefully be coming back to that a little bit later. But I've been having fun with this specific world. So I wanted to kind of show it off to you a little bit and probably start a series going with this. I mentioned uploading more times a week in the last episode of the Nether survival challenge, episode 2 is what I was at. And so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do this one day of the week, and maybe I'll do the Nether challenge another day of the week. I'm not totally sure yet. Still working out the kinks. But welcome to my world. This is my survival world, playing on the hard mode difficulty, which has also been a challenge. I've been able to stretch myself a little bit. I haven't gotten too far on it by any means. This is my little hut right here, my kind of base. I'm not building anything too crazy for the moment because I've got some big plans. But obviously I'm here in a village. The village looks kind of empty because I've got some villagers stashed away down here in this pit. I plan on making like a villager trading hall and things like that later down the line, which is one of my big projects coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, I've been farming carrots. I got a beetroot farm down there to start trading with the villagers. It's a nice little village, and it's cool because it's right up here next to the snowy mountain, which looks absolutely amazing. I totally want to build something either on that mountain over there, a big castle, Nordic castle, something. I don't know. I haven't decided totally yet. Cute little cow farm, I guess, jumping around over crops. So let me explain to you kind of a little bit of the plans that I have for this Nether survival world. Actually, let me see if I have my map on me. I do not. So let me go take a look at my map because when I first spawned in, I'm a little ways away from the world spawn, actually. And that is because I spawned on a teeny tiny little island out in the middle of nowhere, literally. I mean, you see how much water there is right there in this whole, as far as I know, the world, but I'm sure there is land somewhere. The whole world is covered by water. Look at this. So I'm on the top, further up from the map, but I spawned in that little, I know you can't see it, me pointing at it, but that little island in the bottom left corner, that's where I spawned. And so I kind of like wandered around and it's just water everywhere, deep oceans and islands. And so I thought it would be super cool to build a fleet of seafaring vessels, giant pirate-like ships, old style, and just like right here in this little like cove sort of thing would be super cool. You can see my nether portal out there. I want to do a little island with that. It would have my villager trading hall, my storage system. So that's kind of the idea for this. So that's gonna be my main base and whatnot. For the moment, I'm just living in that little hut over there, which does me just fine, other than maybe the storage. The storage gets a little out of control sometimes, and it's pretty unorganized, so I might have to fix that. But one of my next big projects that I wanted to work on, and I want to work on with you guys a little bit today, was an iron farm. I've been fiddling around with some iron golem farms to get iron, and I feel like I've come up with not necessarily a structure or a layout, but I understand the principles enough to build one, I think, which is nice, because right now I only have 12 iron ingots left, as far as I know, and I could use a little bit more than that, so that would be very beneficial. So first things first, I guess, what I'm going to need is lots and lots of building materials, and I'm probably just going to build it out of dirt, because dirt is so abundant and it's so easy to find, because I don't necessarily want to waste my wood on that, so I'll bring some wood along, and I'll yeah, just grab a shovel and start digging somewhere. Probably I kind of started a semi started a dirt farm underneath of this beetroot farm here, so I could kind of flatten this area out. So I might have to try to dig down and see if I can find that somewhere in there, but I think I'm probably going to do that, so I might jump into a little bit of a time lapse for you of just kind of chopping away some dirt. So I guess I'll see you in a bit. Okay, there we go. And we are back after a little bit of, yeah, just digging. I went through a couple shovels, 6 or 7, something like that. Figured I'd just go until they broke, and then we call it a day. So yeah, quite a bit of dirt collected up. This is hopefully would be more than I needed, but dirt was so quick. Like, I was only digging for 10-15 minutes. Like, it doesn't take long at all. So I figured I'd just get a whole bunch and then not worry about it. And I scored some extra coal as well, which is nice. So yeah, kind of the idea, I guess, is the iron farm. That's the next step. This iron farm is not going to be particularly good looking, so I don't necessarily want to build it too close to my base. I might kind of wander up over here a little further, just kind of get over the mountain on the other side so I can start doing it there. Yeah, I'm excited for this base. I'm excited for all this. Oh, look, a goat. Hey. Oh, that's the one without a horn. I got a goat's horn a little bit ago just because, yeah, it was right here, actually. It was against that wall right there. It took me forever, but I got one. It was just a standard, like, pillager call goat horn, which is fine. I'll take what I can get. It was still fun anyway. So let me think here. Part of me is kind of liking this little area right here. Maybe I could even just build it in this. I don't know. Maybe I just want to build it over here. Yeah, maybe I'll come build it right here. Then I can build it kind of tucked away in this little spot here of dirt and wood and stuff. So first things first, I want to get the beds in. The beds in for the villagers. Probably going to put the villagers down below. That's probably fine. Actually, I might lower that. Well, that's right. I don't have any shovels because I broke them all. Yeah, we'll do the villagers underneath just because I think it's easier that way. There's lots of really good tutorials on how to build a iron farm. Definitely would go check those out. I do not have one, but who knows? Maybe someday I'll make one. Well, maybe only do it about yay high because it shouldn't need to be too high. I just need to be careful underneath as well. So, okay, I need a platform. First things first. Actually, I do want to build it probably a little bit higher so I don't have to chop anything down. Fine. We'll keep going up. A little bit further. Make it over those trees. Okay, great. Is that a... It is. That's a destroyed portal. I wonder if I've already looted that one, though. It looks like I have, so I won't worry about that. So let's see here. I want to do 20 villagers. So we'll make this the center. Just like that. And then we'll come down here. And then we'll build out. I'm going to need lots of beds, for sure. So maybe we'll build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough, I think. Build out 6 in either direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So we'll go ahead and place all that in as well. Actually, lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't need that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we got 3 more. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill in this little platform, and this is going to be where the villagers are. They just hang out here, I guess. So yeah, might get to a little bit of a time lapse for that one as well. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you in a minute again. Well, I finished the platform, and I realized that I didn't have any beds or wool. So okay, perfect. Now that we've collected some wool, that should be enough for a couple beds. The amount that I need, I don't need any more than 20, should be just fine. We could place them here. finally, which is good. So I just need to craft up some planks. Let's take a look here. And I just need about 1 billion beds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, while I'm here, I'm gonna craft a chest as well. Stick my stuff in here. Yeah, right up there. So let's throw all that dirt in there. I'm glad that I only use so much dirt for this little platform here. Obviously, I'm gonna have to use a lot more, but I can be efficient, and I'm gonna have to do big stuff with the whatever big platform up there at the top. So I'll just go place some beds down like this. Let's see, how many did I create? What was that it? Hang on, let's try this again. Okay, perfect. One there, one there, one there. One there, one there, one there. We'll do that one there. Kind of create like a little pattern with it. I guess I should probably be counting how many beds I'm placing so I actually know what's going on. Let's see here. Hang on. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we just need the 2 more there on the side. 19, 20. I think so. Okay, I just need a couple more planks. Ah. Oh no. Did I run out of wool? Oh, it takes 3 wool to make it. Oh, that's a little frustrating, but that's okay. I totally miscalculated, and that's fine. That was an error on my part. So I guess I'll just use this gray one and this yellow one that I had in my inventory. Yeah, that should do it just fine, I think. So there's 20 beds, and I actually gave them a lot more space than I think I realized that they needed, because they just needed some space for their workbenches. And for the workbenches, I'm just going to do fletching tables, because fletchers, interesting fact that I learned, will actually still use their workbench. They'll still work even when it's raining outside, which just gives that little bit of improvement to the rates that it drops. So that's a nifty little feature. So I'll have to go gather a lot more flint for that as well. But essentially, once we've got this built up, wait, did I build this one up larger than? I might have gone out one further on a side than I. Apparently, my math is just all wrong today, but that's okay. It's been too long since I've done math or taken a math class, so that should be fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go build up this wall around it, because then the idea is to go get some fletching tables, which would probably be the next step. Or yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll probably do that later. But in the meantime, maybe let's go ahead and work on the iron golem platform. So I don't want this to be too much higher than these guys where they're at already. So the villagers need 2 blocks at least to stand on for their beds. So it's probably just going to be up there on that platform here. So I think what I'm going to do is just have the items drop from the center. I think that's probably the most efficient way. I might make a little tunnel, or obviously I don't have a ton of iron to make hoppers for the moment to drop it down in the center. I guess I only really would need 1 just so I could access. Anyway, I'll fiddle with that in a little bit as well. But what we need to do is we need to place, so this is where we're going to use all of our dirt, essentially. We need to place out 8 blocks from the furthest pillow, for the furthest top half of a bed, right? So that's only, so far out. Hang on, let's take a look here. So I come out 1, 2. So right now I'm above the pillow. So then we need to go 1. Grab some dirt. So that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. So that's as far away as iron golems will spawn, I believe. Is 8 blocks away from the pillow of the main bed of the village. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Again, there's some better tutorials and stuff. I might link the one that I used down in the description, just because I thought it was really good. But so 8 out from the main bed of the village. The bed that the game decides is the main bed for the village, and we don't know which bed that's gonna be. It doesn't really matter as long as we have all 20 kind of compact like this, because even if it's this bed right here, we're still building out 8 blocks further. So then the iron golems can spawn anywhere within that radius, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. So there's the 8 out from there. So how many out is that from the center? So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I just need to add 10 more to each of these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. I think this is one that's gonna take a little bit of time as well, so I might just cut to the end when this whole platform is filled in. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute again. Okay, so I've officially finished it. It took a little bit. It didn't take too long, luckily. I also added these walls in around the sides just because we need to add some water in a second. That'll be the next step. So yeah, just these kind of walls. I might have to raise these up too, now that I'm thinking about kind of the way the water mechanics work. But I'll have to fiddle around with that a little bit anyway, just to see. Had to get some more dirt too. I only fell to my death once, which I say that's a win. That's really good. Yep, fell down, just was too clumsy and dropped down there, and there you go. So I lost like a level, but not too bad. So yeah, coming up from here, the next step is the water. And what we need, or what I personally want to do, is I want to have a set of 3 hoppers, or I don't know how many I need, 9 actually. 1, 2, because I could honestly probably just leave this chest here and have this be my storage unit. Obviously, once I start getting some iron from the farm, I can make more hoppers. But for the moment, I only need like 9. And they'll probably go in this little spot here. So what I need is the water to flow here. I'm just going to place some wood just so I know that this is different. But then we don't get water flowing down into the beds. So let me show you. Let me show you what we got going on here. Because if you just place water down like this, it'll travel 8 blocks, which gets it pretty close, but we need it to go too farther. And we need it to constantly be flowing towards the center. So wherever the iron golems spawn, they'll get pushed towards the center of this farm. So what I'm thinking is doing something a little bit like this. And kind of building it up in that sense. Because like building 2 layers around the outside. So building it all around, let me show you, like something like that. So you just build out 1 layer like this and then 1 layer up top like this. And that's so if you place some water down right here, it gets pushed down. And then this block right here, this block of water, will be the one traveling the 8, which, as we see, it makes it to the hoppers, because then if it pushes an item, oh, well, I mean, if it goes straight, and I'll have some other water buckets as well, but if it pushes an item, it'll push it perfect right there, right onto the hopper. So that's kind of what I think I need to do, is I just need to go add a couple more layers around the outside. And yeah, I hopefully should have enough dirt for that. Just around the outside like this. And around the top, so we don't get any water overflowing. And in the corners we might have to add 1 more as well, just because we don't want any like water sources to be created, like the what do you call that, like standing water, because that way the iron golems won't get pushed. There's a possibility that they'll move and then get pushed into the water, but that's just a little less controllable, I guess. And obviously we want as many ingots as we can get to flow in. So I might have to fiddle with something here in the corners, just to kind of make that work. But the idea, this is the general idea, is to build up around here. I can even show you. We just build up a little wall back behind it, and then we place 1 water bucket there, and then I need my other water bucket, and I'll place it right here, so we get an infinite water source in the center. Okay, just kidding, apparently not. Hang on. Maybe I'll just make 1 separate. I thought that was going to work. I was so confident that was going to work. Water mechanics, I don't totally understand. They're very complicated. That's for sure. But that's okay. I'll just build up a little infinite water source here and waste some more of my dirt, but that's okay. I guess I'll use wood because I just ran out of dirt, which means I'm going to have to go get some more dirt. Great. Sorry, I just want to explain this really quick, and then I will go get some more dirt before. All right, this is taking quite a bit, a lot more than I had kind of anticipated. So if we place down a water bucket there, and then 1 next to it, we'll see that it starts to kind of flow towards the center, like that. Let me just clear out some space from my inventory. That way I think you can kind of see what's going on. Right. So if the iron golem spawns here on the edge, which this is as far away as it can go, this is 8 blocks away from the bed, it'll get pushed down, donk, 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 pushed over towards the center where it will burn to death, to lava, and then its items will drop into the hoppers, which will be where the wood is now. Yeah, just like that. And then it'll get sucked into the chest, and we'll have lots of iron and roses. You will also get... what is the word? Cats to spawn as well in these villages, just because of kind of how the villages work. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about the cats. I think we'll kind of just leave them. I don't think they affect anything, which is just fine. I don't necessarily feel the need to kill them because I don't like killing cats. They do drop string, so you could start kind of a string farm, but it was a little too complicated, so maybe some other day I'll do it. But I guess, yeah, I'll go get some more dirt and finish up the watering around it. All right, finally done with the water, and it looks like everything is flowing just about perfect. Again, I don't think the iron golems will jump out. I might build it up one more block, but hopefully it should be okay. As you can see from anywhere, the water is flowing, and it's flowing directly towards the center. So if anything spawns here, it'll just get pushed right over that direction. Okay, I got a little cut there at the bottom, but it did catch it. And I'm assuming with an iron golem, since it's so much bigger, it's not just a teeny tiny little item, that it should work just okay. Just about fine. Yeah, see, is it still getting pushed? It is. Okay, slowly, but it's still getting pushed. That's fine. Yeah. And see, I just get pushed straight there. I don't do the little thing. So that's fine. That's totally fine. So in the next, probably gonna call it there for this episode, but the next episode, villagers. We need to put villagers in down underneath. With the beds, I don't have 20 villagers just lying around to come help me, so we're gonna have to breed some, but that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Once we get a couple here, we can just breed a bunch, and we'll get some villagers going from there. I just need to find a good way to get villagers up here, because that's always the problem. But I think other than that, we're pretty much set. I need to go grind through some gravel as well to get some flint for some fletching tables, but that's kind of the iron farm. I'll throw in some the fletching tables around here, just in this under spot, and that'll do it. I also need to clean up underneath. Basement's look a little messy, but I'll do that later. I don't want to deal with it right now. That's kind of the ugly dirt iron farm. But again, I'm super excited about this one because there you go. That's my first one made in survival, which is pretty cool. That's a big achievement for me. I do apologize for this episode if it's been kind of all over the place and a little choppy. I wasn't totally sure what to expect from this episode. I knew that I wanted to work on an iron farm, but I didn't know how many resources I need or how much time that would have taken. So it was a little kind of like, oh, time lapse, we're done. Cut to the next, we're done. So it might have been a little choppy, and I apologize for that. But we'll see. I want to continue with this with this series, I guess. Yeah, with this world, as well as the Nether survival challenge. Again, it might take me a minute to get back into the Nether survival challenge because I was just kind of not having fun, which not that it needs to be fun 100% of the time, but I was really just like, I don't want to log on. After the last episode, I died from those piglins. I even tried to log on and record a little bit, collect mushrooms, and I died again. I think my death count is at like 6 now. And I just was like, okay, I need a break. So we'll at least give it like a week. So this upload will be for this week. And then next week we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might try to upload one of both or not. I will try to keep you as posted as I can on that. But thank you all for watching this video, and thank you for the love and all the subscriptions recently and the likes. I very much appreciate that. That supports the channel a ton and supports me a ton as well. It's been kind of a slow start, but I've been thoroughly enjoying this whole YouTube experience. It's been a lot of fun. It's been fun editing, thumbnails, recording, getting ideas for YouTube videos, researching a whole bunch of different things. It's a good, fun project for me to work on. I've been enjoying it a lot, and I'm glad you Sabers can come along with me, and I'm very grateful for all of your support with it. You're all amazing, and yeah, with that being said, I'll see you next week.